Hi guys, it's Jen from Just Jen Cosplay, and I'm going to talk to you about my vlogging today because I've done some stuff but I don't think it's share worthy. So I started doing this as really just as a way to, I guess, to get my confidence up. I felt like I had something that I enjoyed, doing cosplay, and I wanted to share that. And I have a bit of anxiety around meeting new people or even posting in Facebook groups. I overthink it. I then generally don't post what I was going to put, and I worry and I worry and I worry. So in the end, one of my friends just said to me, just do it. Just start doing it, do something once a week, put it out there, and your audience will tell you what they want. You'll see some things get more views or more likes, more comments, and other bits that don't, and you will start to learn. I think this is now my 19th video, which means I've been doing it for 19 weeks. I think might be one or two, either way. And now I find sitting in front of the camera not to be such a big deal. I don't usually wear as much makeup as I did the first few times, and I'm pretty sure I did one video with no makeup on at all, which was pushing it for me. But basically, it's all about my own confidence, which might sound silly because I'm putting it out there on the internet for everybody to be able to troll. But it's been a really nice experience so far. I had one of my videos got a dislike on it, and I wondered to myself, I sort of thought, did I do something wrong? Maybe the title was misleading? Was it just a bad video? I didn't really know. I didn't get any feedback from that person. There was no comment. And of course your like and dislike buttons are pretty close to each other, so you never know. It could just be somebody who meant to like it and press dislike. But yet still there is the insecurity inside me that said, oh, what have I done wrong? And at the end of the day, I'm never going to please everybody. There will be people who like, I don't know, bikini cosplays, and I'll be doing a full armour one, and then vice versa. There'll be times when perhaps maybe if I get the confidence that I'll do a bikini cosplay and they'll like armour ones, and yeah. So I won't ever please everybody. But what I can do is try to please myself, which might sound like a ridiculous thing to say, but it is something I'm trying to learn more and more as I get older, that I have to do the things that I want to do. To a certain extent, there are things I have to do. I have to work, I need money to live, to pay my mortgage, etc. But on the whole, the things that I do, certainly in my spare time, I can choose when to do it, what I want to do, how I'm going to go about it. And one of these things is my vlogging. Sometimes I struggle. Like every week I sit and I think, what am I going to talk about today? And normally I'm dictated by whatever it is that I am doing at that time. So if I'm creating something or if I'm going somewhere, then obviously I'm going to talk about those things, which I think is just why I wanted to do something a little bit different and talk about the vlogging in general. Now, literally all this is me taking a video on my phone, and then I upload it. It actually goes onto Google Drive, then I can access it on my computer, where I'm now I was originally just using, YouTube has a video editor on it, or did until last week, and they started telling people about 6 weeks ago. So from then I'd downloaded Windows Movie Maker, and I've just been using that, just a really basic setup, technically no cost to myself. Obviously the phone does cost money, but I already had the phone. The computer cost money, but I already had the computer. The one thing that I would like is when I'm making just a simple video. A couple of times I've done this where I've literally just taken a video and uploaded it straight as it is with no editing. And you can't do that, or at least I haven't found a way to do that straight from my phone yet, which is a shame, because that would be great if I could just take the video and upload it. It would save me huge amounts of time, but to be honest, it's not too big a deal. Although I would say I probably spend at least an hour putting together a video, which I normally teeter around the 15-20 minute mark. I try not to waffle too much, but I am a waffler. So from a technical point of view, literally I'm in my spare room, which is my crafting room. I've got all my bits and pieces lying around me, bits of foam and a wig brush and some cling film. Yay! Because I want to do a, hopefully it'll be big enough for my back. Maybe we'll see. Because I try and use stuff, if I've taken like the wrap off of something, like I think last week I showed you unwrapping the EVA foam, so I've tried to reuse the cling film, or cling wrap as they seem to call it in other countries. I tried to reuse that stuff like or over my arm and what have you, so that I don't just throw it away, because I like to be a little bit conscious of the environment. But yeah, so this is, as I said, just my spare room, my very pretty mural that I literally bought and stuck up. It's from Etsy. When I moved in, because I wanted a focal point in the room, and I went to Peru last year, and so the hummingbirds mean quite a lot to me, because they do just fly around in Peru. They're absolutely beautiful, and if you ever get a chance to visit, do. It's a lovely country. But yeah, so from a technical point of view, it's literally, actually probably the most expensive piece of the equipment is the stand that it's on, which is a Manfrotto tripod, which I think cost somewhere in the region of £65, and then the ball head on the top again cost another £65. And that's because I used to be quite into photography, landscape photography specifically, which is, in a lot of cases you would set up your shot and just wait for the right moment. And in some cases, if you're taking like nighttime shots or early morning low light shots, you need the camera to be absolutely still. So yeah, but unfortunately I do have quite a nice DSLR, but it doesn't do video. So yeah, phone it is. Yeah, so yeah, very, very untechnical. I'm not going to say I'm a technophobe or anything, but I'm okay with technology. I'm not so great with new things that much. I did, once upon a time, many years ago, build one of my own computers, but that was like another lifetime ago, and I probably, I know there's a RAM and a memory board and stuff. And that's about it. To tell you what would be good nowadays, no idea. But yeah, the whole point that I'm making is that it's a really low tech setup, and it's literally just me talking to you about something that I really enjoy doing. And I hope that you guys enjoy it. I hope that you feel that you can ask me things if you want to. I'm more than happy to answer them. I do most of my shopping either in local like stores, but I mean usually quite big retailers. For example, the other day I bought my contact adhesive from Wix, which very interestingly was the same price that I could buy that size online, and obviously I was in Wix, so I had the thing there and then, and obviously no postage and packaging or anything. So it's quite interesting to see that you don't always have to shop online, you don't always have to go for super expensive stuff. Sometimes it is fine just to pick up something cheap or reuse something. The feathers were online. I do need to fix them. But yeah, basically I have been procrastinating this week. I've done a bit of work, as I said, on a new costume, but I'd like to put that all, maybe not all into one video, but when I've got a little bit further, so that I'm not doing like 50 million videos of that. And I'd also like to do a video where I show you, I'm going to make something to go with my Lady Sylvanas costume for MCM, so again I'd also like to show you that. But I've been quite naughty and I've done absolutely nothing for Lady Sylvanas. Her breastplate is just sat here with this not being attached when it really should be attached, otherwise yeah, no way of wearing it. So yeah, I really do need to get on with some stuff. And I think that's one of the things for me personally that I have found quite difficult is the motivation. These weekly videos are, I guess, a little bit of pressure on myself because every week I have to come up with something to talk about. But that's it. I've tried to stick away from too many deadlines. Don't want to deal with con crush because I feel like I would probably die from the stress. Maybe a bit over exaggeration, but yeah, I'm not great with stress. With the stress that I put on myself. So yeah, trying to just be really mindful of all the things that I need to do and when I need to do them for. She says having started a new costume when she hasn't fixed her old one that she needs in a month. Because it's literally 4 weeks until MCM, so I have to repair that costume. I said I'm going to make some new boots. I don't know if I talked about, yes I did, I talked about that last week. So yeah, going to make some new boot covers so that I'm just more comfortable during the day. And some little repairs. But I've done none of it. None of it. Nothing. Tell me off, people. But that is, I keep saying to myself, oh, it's 4 weeks till the con, and I think actually it's only 3 weeks because the con is the 4th week, so now I really do need to pull my finger out. What other things can I talk about with the vlogging? So I talked about a little bit about what I use to edit, how I video. Uploading it to YouTube is ridiculously easy, so that's fine. The only other little thing that I learned the other day was doing your own thumbnail. For me it was great because in Windows Movie Maker there is actually a way just to create a thumbnail in it. So you just find you sort of pause it on the bit that you like the picture of and you click make thumbnail or whatever it is it says something. And it really was as simple as that, and then uploading that to Facebook, YouTube. From my point of view, it's really interesting to see how when I first started doing it, I shared it on my Facebook, and I sort of quite quickly got a few followers, and I thought, oh yay, this is fun, and it's progressed up to like 20 by now, and as I say, we're now like, that's basically one a week. It's not great. So that's probably the hardest part for me, is how do I get to new people and how do I expand that audience and perhaps get to the right people, because it's great to speak to my friends and family that I don't get to see very often and they get to sort of see a little bit of my life. But actually I also want to be able to create a community with other cosplayers, and I don't know how to do that. So as and when I know how, I will let you know on one of these videos. What else is going on in my life? Outside of cosplay, I'd just like to let you know that I am looking to adopt a doggy, a little woofer. So I've got my house ready for that. I said about the fences and everything that I'd done outside, so that work was all to make the garden doggy proof. So hopefully it won't be that long before I can introduce you to a woofer. I can get it to sit here with me. You can all see my woofer. But at the moment it's waiting for the right dog. So we've got our home check done, passed and everything. So yeah, waiting for the right doggy. I think that's all I've really got to talk about. I will show you my hilarious tiny little I made like a tiny little mock-up to see if I could get, so these would be obviously tiny, they're like, you know, Barbie sized, but they would be some shoulder pads, so I just wanted to see if I could get the right shape. I have to say, this contact cement's been really, really good. Obviously this isn't perfect, but the seams I've been getting with it are much, much better. I'm trying to show you a seam, but I don't have any hand, so that'll do. Obviously compared to the other stuff, but it is a much thinner foam than I was using with the other stuff. But also the foam is awesome. I'm really, really pleased so far with how the foam is looking. But again, I will do you a little, once I've sprayed it and painted it up and everything, I will let you know how it's all gone. It's my tiny, that looks something like that, look. If I hold it like here, do you like my shoulder, my pauldrons? Aren't they good? I am such a nerd. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling for this week. I hope you guys kind of enjoyed that, but if you have got any questions, any queries, any comments, any suggestions, if anybody knows like places where they could connect with other people within the community, that would be great. And I hope you all have an amazing week, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye bye.